In this video, we're not just scratching the surface. We're delving into the heart of issues that are reshaping the future of a global powerhouse. From the significant demographic shifts marking the second consecutive year of population decline, to the mounting challenges of youth unemployment and the ripple effects of a struggling property sector, we're covering it all. But that's not all. We'll also explore how these pivotal changes interlink with larger economic, social, and policy dynamics. So get ready to engage, question, and understand the intricacies of China's current state and what it means for the future. Let's embark on this enlightening exploration together. And don't forget to share your thoughts and join the conversation as we go along. First up, we have China's significant population decline. In 2023, the country witnessed its population decrease by over 2 million people, marking the second year in a row of such a downturn. This kind of demographic shift hasn't been seen since the Great Famine of the early 1960s. What's behind this decline, you ask? A combination of factors has contributed to the situation. The birth rate in China hit a record low of 6.39 births per 1,000 people in 2023, a notable decrease from 6.77 in 2022. This decline in birth rates has been a long-term trend, significantly influenced by the one-child policy that was in place from 1980 to 2015. Urbanization also played a role, as moving from rural areas to cities often comes with higher living costs and a shift in family planning preferences. Moreover, the death rate in China reached its highest level since 1974, partly due to a wave of COVID-19 deaths following the end of strict lockdowns. The increase in deaths, combined with the falling birth rate, has profound implications for China's long-term economic growth potential. The country's workforce and consumer base are diminishing, putting a strain on social security systems and economic stability. An aging population further complicates the situation. In 2023, the population aged 60 and over reached nearly 297 million, about 21.1% of the total population. This aging trend is expected to continue, with the retirement age population projected to increase significantly by 2035. This demographic shift raises concerns about pension systems, which are already under pressure and might face a shortfall in the coming years. The government has implemented various measures to encourage childbirth, including tax deductions, extended maternity leave, and housing subsidies. However, these initiatives have faced challenges in implementation due to insufficient funding and limited motivation at the local government level. Now let's ponder this. What do you think are the long-term implications of China's population decline? How will it affect the country's economic and social structures? I encourage you to share your insights in the comments below. Now let's delve into the growing problem of youth unemployment in China, a critical issue particularly for university graduates. In 2023, the situation reached a point of serious concern, with the youth unemployment rate for those aged 16 to 24 hitting a record high of 21.3% in June. However, it's worth noting that later in the year, the government adjusted the reporting methodology to exclude students, which led to a revised rate of 14.9% in December. This change has sparked debate and criticism, as it may not fully capture the true extent of youth unemployment. Several factors contribute to this rising trend in youth unemployment. One key reason is the significant increase in the number of graduates each year, outpacing the growth in available jobs. In 2022, China's Ministry of Education estimated that over 10.76 million college students would graduate, and this number was expected to rise even further in 2023. This influx of graduates into the labor market has intensified competition for jobs and highlighted the mismatch between graduates' qualifications and labor market requirements. The economic slowdown and the uneven recovery of the Chinese economy have exacerbated the situation. Furthermore, the surge in graduates seeking jobs has placed pressure on educators and policymakers to find solutions. The Chinese government has taken steps to address this issue, including encouraging state-owned enterprises to maintain or increase their hiring levels and providing subsidies to employers to incentivize hiring. However, these measures have yet to significantly mitigate the problem. One study found that a considerable number of graduates are experiencing a mismatch between their degrees and the jobs available, with many working in fields unrelated to their studies. or being overqualified for their current roles. This situation reflects the need for a more focused approach in Chinese universities to align education with labor market demands, emphasizing practical skills alongside theoretical knowledge. As we discuss this critical issue, I'd like to pose a question to you. What strategies do you think could effectively address the youth unemployment crisis in China? How can educational institutions and the government work together to ensure better alignment between graduate skills and the job market? Share your ideas in the comments below. Now let's delve into the property sector crisis. The property sector, which accounts for about 1/4 of China's economy, is in trouble. Sales, prices, and investments have all plummeted. The video discusses the impact of policies like the 3 red lines and the over-reliance on debt by property developers. The information in the video about the crisis in China's property sector is indeed accurate and reflects the current situation. The property sector in China, which is a significant part of the country's economy, has been experiencing a severe slump. This downturn is evident in the falling new home prices, declining property investment, and continuous drop in home sales. Despite various support measures introduced by the government, these efforts have not yet stabilized the sector. The crisis began unfolding around mid-2021 and has led to widespread defaults among property developers, most of whom are private companies. This situation has resulted in numerous unfinished homes and significant financial losses for both suppliers and creditors, including ordinary people who invested in wealth management products linked to the property sector. The crisis has had a profound impact on the property market and poses a risk to the broader Chinese economy. Furthermore, large property developers like Country Garden, which was previously considered financially sound, have also been caught up in this crisis, exacerbating the situation. The financial troubles of these major firms, including the highly publicized struggles of China Evergrande Group, have led to a lack of trust among buyers, further depressing the market. The crisis in the property sector is one of the major challenges to China's economic stability and recovery, as it significantly impacts consumer confidence and spending. Now, let's discuss the retirement age and workforce issues. China has one of the lowest retirement ages in the world. The population pyramid shows an aging population with fewer young people entering the workforce. This imbalance is exacerbated by the high educational aspirations of the youth, leading to a mismatch between job expectations and available roles. The video's discussion about China's retirement age and workforce issues aligns with current information. China is indeed planning to raise its retirement age gradually in phases to address its rapidly aging population. This decision reflects the strain on the pension system due to a declining population and an increase in life expectancy. The current retirement age in China is among the lowest globally, at 60 for men, 55 for white-collar women, and 50 for blue-collar women. The gradual increase in retirement age is expected to start with minor delays of a few months, eventually extending the working years for younger generations. This reform aims to provide flexibility, allowing individuals to retire based on their circumstances. The changes in retirement age are seen as necessary due to the aging workforce and the increasing life expectancy, which has risen from around 44 years in 1960 to 78 years as of 2021. As for the workforce, China has lost a significant number of working people in the past few years. The worker-to-retiree ratio, which was 3.7 in 2020, is projected to decline sharply by 2045. The declining population, influenced by the one-child policy and other factors like the high cost of raising children, has contributed to the situation. The planned retirement age changes, part of China's broader strategy to address demographic challenges, reflect the global trend of adapting to demographic shifts. However, the reform's implementation needs to be carefully managed to balance the interests of different groups, including older workers and the younger workforce facing high unemployment rates. Now it is time to look at economic growth and stimulus measures. Despite reporting a 5.2% GDP growth in 2023, China is implementing stimulus measures, raising questions about the accuracy of the reported economic data. The video questions whether the Chinese economy is as healthy as the official figures suggest. In 2023, China's economy grew by 5.2%, which was slightly more than the official target set by the government. However, this growth was uneven and weaker than many analysts and investors had expected. The economy faced several challenges, including a deepening property crisis, deflationary risks, and tepid demand. These issues cast doubts over the economic outlook for the upcoming year. The recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic was less robust than anticipated, with consumer and business confidence remaining weak. Local government debts and slowing global growth also significantly impacted jobs, activities, and investments in the country. Despite a series of government support measures, the property sector continued to struggle, exacerbating the economic situation. Retail sales growth slowed in December, and investment remained tepid, with only industrial output showing some improvement. The protracted property crisis deepened despite government efforts to support the sector. For instance, new home prices in China fell at the fastest pace in nearly 9 years in December, marking the 6th straight month of declines. In response to these challenges, there is an expectation that Beijing will maintain a similar growth target of around 5% for the upcoming year. However, achieving this may be difficult even with additional stimulus, given the cyclical problems like the property crisis and structural issues like the over-reliance on debt-fueled investment. What lies ahead for China in the near future? Let's discuss that now. The declining population, challenges in the property sector, and workforce issues could hinder China's goal to surpass the USA as the world's largest economy. The video suggests China needs innovative strategies to address these challenges. The crisis in China's property sector in 2023 significantly impacted the country's economy. Despite government efforts to prop up the sector, the property market continued to struggle with steep declines in new home prices and sales. In December, new home prices experienced their sharpest drop since February 2015, and property investment by developers fell at the fastest rate since at least 2000. This decline in property investment was approximately 99.6% for the entire year, roughly equivalent to the decline seen in 2022. The downturn in the property sector, which accounts for about a quarter of China's economy, poses a major challenge to the country's broader economic recovery. Analysts have pointed out that turning around the property market is crucial for China's economic success in 2024. The continuous slump in the property sector could lead to increased risks of default among private developers, thereby threatening financial and economic stability. The government introduced several measures to boost home buying sentiment, such as increasing pledged supplementary lending (PSL) for property and infrastructure projects, and relaxing home purchasing restrictions in major cities like Beijing and Shanghai. However, these measures have not yet managed to significantly revive the property sector. Experts suggest that further policy relaxation and support for affordable housing are necessary for a soft landing in the property market. This sustained downturn in the property sector underscores the complexity of China's economic challenges and the need for effective policy responses to stabilize and stimulate this critical part of the economy. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth look at China's socio-economic challenges. We hope this video has provided valuable insights into the complex issues facing this global economic leader. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more analyses, and we encourage you to keep the conversation going in the comment section below. Stay tuned for more informative content.